Chapter 1: The Haunted House. Emma had always been drawn to the eerie and macabre. So, when she stumbled upon the listing for the old Victorian house nestled at the edge of town, she knew she had found her perfect home. Ignoring the skeptical warnings from friends and family, she signed the deed and moved in, excitement tingling through her veins. As she stepped over the threshold, a chilling breeze whispered through the corridors, carrying with it a sense of foreboding. Emma shrugged off the unease, attributing it to the house's age and neglect. But as night fell, strange noises echoed through the hallways, causing her heart to skip a beat. Creaking floorboards and whispering shadows became her nightly companions. Objects would inexplicably move from their places, and cold spots seemed to materialize out of thin air. Emma's initial excitement began to wane, replaced by a growing dread that she was not alone in the house. Chapter 2: The Sinister Secret. In her quest to uncover the truth behind the house's haunting, Emma stumbled upon a hidden room concealed behind a bookshelf. Dust covered the forgotten artifacts within, and an air of malevolence hung heavy in the air. Her curiosity piqued, she carefully examined each item, her fingers trembling. Among the relics was an old journal, its pages brittle with age. Emma gingerly opened it, revealing faded ink and cryptic writings. As she deciphered the entries, a sinister secret unfolded before her eyes. The previous owners had dabbled in the occult, performing dark rituals to summon entities from the other side. Fear coursed through Emma's veins as she realized that these spirits, bound by the ritual, now tormented the house and its inhabitants. Their malevolence seeped into every nook and cranny, infecting the very essence of the once grand residence. Chapter 3: Malevolent Presence. The malevolent presence in the house grew bolder and more relentless. Emma's nights were filled with horrific nightmares, and she often woke up in a cold sweat, feeling as if unseen eyes were watching her every move. The walls seemed to close in around her, whispering malevolent threats that echoed in her mind. One evening, as Emma prepared dinner in the dimly lit kitchen, the faucets turned on by themselves, gushing icy water that flooded the room. Panicked, she tried to turn them off, but the knobs refused to budge. It was as if an invisible force was toying with her, reveling in her fear. Desperate for answers, Emma sought the help of a local paranormal expert, hoping that they could provide insight into the nature of the haunting and offer a way to stop it. Little did she know that the true horrors were yet to come. Chapter 4: Uncovering the History. The paranormal expert, Mr. Harrington, arrived at the house armed with an arsenal of equipment. He delved into the history of the property, unearthing a trail of tragedy and despair. The house had been witness to numerous untimely deaths, from a family consumed by madness to a tragic fire that claimed the lives of several children. As Emma listened to the haunting tales, she couldn't shake the feeling that the spirits trapped within the house were desperately trying to communicate their pain and seek redemption. Mr. Harrington warned her that breaking the curse would not be easy, as it required facing the dark forces head-on. Determined to restore peace to the house, Emma vowed to uncover the truth behind the haunting and find a way to set the spirits free. Little did she know that this journey would test her courage and sanity to the very limits. Chapter 5: Ghostly Encounters. Emma's resolve strengthened as she delved deeper into the dark history of the house. She began to encounter the restless spirits that haunted the halls, their ethereal forms flickering in and out of existence. Each encounter left her trembling with fear, yet a glimmer of empathy sparked within her. One evening, as she descended into the basement, a chilling gust of wind extinguished the lone candle she held. In the pitch-black darkness, she heard whispered voices and mournful cries echoing around her. The air grew heavy with sorrow and despair, pressing against her chest. Suddenly, a figure materialized before her, a young girl, her eyes filled with sorrow. She reached out, her spectral hand grazing Emma's cheek, and a surge of emotions flooded Emma's senses. She saw glimpses of the girl's tragic past, her innocence shattered by the horrors she endured within these walls. Driven by compassion and a newfound connection with the spirits, Emma vowed to help them find peace. She sought guidance from Mr. Harrington, who suggested conducting a séance to establish direct communication with the trapped souls. Chapter 6: The Dark Ritual. Emma and Mr. Harrington gathered a small group of individuals who were willing to aid in their quest for understanding and resolution. They formed a circle in the parlor, their hands clasped tightly, their minds open to the unknown. The room was filled with solemn energy as they began the seance, invoking the spirits to manifest. In the flickering candlelight, the atmosphere grew thick with anticipation. Shadows danced along the walls as the seance reached its crescendo. Whispers echoed through the room, growing louder and more coherent with each passing moment. Suddenly, a voice, raspy and filled with anguish, pierced through the darkness. It claimed to be one of the spirits trapped within the house, tortured by their past actions and seeking redemption. Emma and the group listened intently, their hearts heavy with empathy. The spirit revealed that a dark ritual had been performed by the previous owners, binding their souls to the house and condemning them to eternal torment. To break the curse, they needed to find the artifact used in the ritual, a cursed relic of immense power, and destroy it. Chapter 7: Descent into Madness. Armed with newfound knowledge, Emma and Mr. Harrington embarked on a perilous journey to locate the cursed relic. The spirit warned them that the artifact was concealed within the heart of the house, guarded by malicious entities spawned from the dark ritual. As they ventured deeper into the house's labyrinthine corridors, the malevolent forces intensified their assault. The walls seemed to twist and contort, leading them astray. Whispers of doubt and madness echoed in their ears, testing their resolve. Emma's mind teetered on the precipice of sanity as the haunting manifestations became increasingly surreal. She struggled to distinguish between illusion and reality, her nightmares bleeding into her waking moments. Yet, a flicker of determination burned within her, refusing to let the darkness consume her. With each step closer to the cursed relic, the line between the physical world and the supernatural grew blurred. Emma and Mr. Harrington clung to each other, their only anchor in the maelstrom of terror, as they pressed on, desperate to restore peace to the house and its tormented spirits. Chapter 8: The Cursed Relic. As Emma and Mr. Harrington entered a hidden chamber, their eyes fell upon the cursed relic, a twisted, ancient artifact pulsating with malevolent energy. Its presence radiated an aura of pure evil, testing their courage to the core. Their hands trembled as they cautiously approached the relic, mindful of the peril it posed. Its surface was etched with arcane symbols. Their hands trembled as they cautiously approached the relic, mindful of the peril it posed. Its surface was etched with arcane symbols, writhing as if alive. Emma's heart pounded in her chest, warning her of the danger that lay before them. They knew they couldn't destroy the relic with conventional means. It was imbued with dark magic that resisted ordinary forces. Mr. Harrington revealed a silver dagger, passed down through generations of his family, said to possess the power to sever the ties to supernatural entities. With great trepidation, Emma took hold of the dagger, its cool weight grounding her in the face of the impending confrontation. She drew a deep breath, steeling herself for the final battle against the malevolent force that had plagued the house for so long. As they raised the dagger to strike the cursed relic, the room shuddered, and a vortex of dark energy engulfed them. The spirits, their ethereal forms swirling around the room, lent their support, willing Emma and Mr. Harrington to succeed in their mission. With a surge of determination, Emma brought down the dagger, its silver blade connecting with the relic. A deafening scream pierced the air, echoing through the house as the curse was severed. The relic shattered into countless fragments, dissolving into ash and dust. Chapter 9: The Seance. A profound silence fell upon the house, the malevolent presence dissipating like a fog lifting. Emma and Mr. Harrington shared a moment of relief and triumph, knowing that their efforts had borne fruit. But they also knew that the journey was far from over. In the aftermath of the relic's destruction, the spirits seemed more at peace. Their ethereal forms flickered with a newfound serenity, their tormented expressions replaced with a sense of gratitude. They whispered words of gratitude and farewell, their voices fading into the ether. Days turned into weeks, and the house gradually shed its haunted reputation. The once dark and foreboding atmosphere transformed into one of tranquility and warmth. Emma reveled in the newfound peace, but she couldn't shake the lingering question: had their actions truly freed the spirits, or were there lingering remnants of the curse yet to be dealt with? Determined to find closure and ensure the lasting tranquility of the house, Emma organized another seance, this time to bid a final farewell to the spirits. She invited the remaining individuals who had been part of their previous endeavors and prepared the parlor once more. As they formed a circle, holding hands, Their voices echoed through the room in a solemn chant. The spirits responded, their presence gentle and soothing. They conveyed their gratitude in the knowledge that they could finally find solace in the afterlife. Chapter 10. Lingering Shadows. With the spirits finally at peace, Emma hoped that the haunting had come to an end. However, as days turned into nights, she couldn't ignore the subtle signs that not all remnants of the curse had been extinguished. Strange phenomena continued to occur, an occasional cold gust of wind, objects inexplicably moving, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures. Though these occurrences were less frequent and intense, Emma couldn't help but wonder if a lingering darkness still clung to the house. Determined to uncover the truth, Emma delved further into the house's history, seeking any lingering traces of the malevolent force. She discovered an old diary belonging to one of the previous owners, a diary that chronicled events following the initial haunting. The diary revealed that the dark forces were not entirely vanquished by the destruction of the cursed relic. Some remnants of the curse had clung to the house's foundation, weaving their way into its very essence. It became clear to Emma that a deeper and more intricate solution was required to fully cleanse the house of its lingering darkness. The diary hinted at an ancient incantation that could banish the remnants of the curse once and for all. Driven by her determination, Emma sought out an expert in ancient rituals and mystic lore. After weeks of research, she finally connected with Professor Alexander Blackwood, a renowned scholar known for his expertise in ancient occult practices. Professor Blackwood arrived at the house, his presence commanding and his eyes filled with wisdom. As he walked through the corridors, he sensed the lingering darkness and confirmed Emma's suspicions. Together, they formulated a plan to perform the intricate incantation. The night of the ritual arrived, and Emma and Professor Blackwood stood in the center of the house, surrounded by mystical artifacts and carefully arranged symbols. Their voices intertwined, resonating with ancient power as they chanted the incantation. As they reached the climax of the ritual, the very foundations of the house trembled. Shadows writhed along the walls, merging into a swirling vortex of dark energy. The air crackled with tension as the remnants of the curse fought to hold on. With a final burst of energy, the incantation reached its zenith, shattering the darkness within the house. A blinding light enveloped the space, cleansing and purifying every corner. When the light subsided, a profound stillness settled upon the house. Chapter 11. Rebuilding Lives. In the wake of the ritual, the house stood transformed. The lingering shadows and malevolent remnants were banished, replaced by an aura of tranquility and newfound hope. Emma reveled in the knowledge that she had played a part in breaking the curse and bringing peace to the house and its inhabitants. As the news of the house's transformation spread, the local community marveled at the incredible change. People began to see it as a symbol of resilience and redemption, a testament to the power of courage and compassion. Emma's own life had undergone a profound transformation as well. She had grown in strength and wisdom throughout the harrowing journey. Inspired by her experiences, she decided to dedicate her life to helping others haunted by the supernatural. She founded the Harmony House Restoration Society, an organization aimed at assisting individuals and communities afflicted by paranormal phenomena. With the support of like-minded individuals, Emma sought to bring solace and closure to those in need, employing her knowledge and experiences to combat the darkness that still lurked in the world. Chapter 12. The Legacy Continues. The story of Emma and the haunted house became legendary in the annals of supernatural folklore. People spoke of the courageous young woman who had faced unimaginable terrors and emerged victorious, restoring peace to the house and its tormented spirits. Yet, as the years passed, whispers began to circulate that hinted at the possibility of a new haunting, a different form of darkness that threatened to encroach upon the tranquility that had been restored. Emma, now older and wiser, sensed the growing unease in the air. Her instincts told her that the battle against the supernatural would never truly be over. The darkness was ever evolving, adapting to new times and finding different avenues to sow fear and chaos. Gathering her allies and mentees, Emma prepared to face the challenges that lay ahead. She knew that the legacy of the haunted house was not a mere tale of the past, it was a testament to the ongoing battle between light and darkness, good and evil. And so, the story continued, with Emma and her companions standing as beacons of hope, ready to confront the ever-present shadows and protect the innocent from the terrors that lurked in the unseen realms. As the legacy of Emma and her companions continued, the new generation stepped up to carry the torch of protecting the vulnerable from supernatural threats. The Harmony House Restoration Society grew in both size and influence, attracting individuals from various walks of life who shared a common purpose: to bring light to the darkness that dwelled in the shadows. Under Emma's guidance, the society expanded its reach, establishing branches in different cities and towns. They developed specialized teams equipped with advanced technology, ancient knowledge, and a deep understanding of the paranormal. Their mission was to investigate, cleanse, and protect, ensuring that no soul would be left at the mercy of malevolent forces. Emma, now a respected mentor and advisor, continued to guide the society's efforts. She had become a wellspring of wisdom, passing down her experiences and knowledge to the new recruits, instilling in them the values of compassion, courage, and unwavering determination. Together, they faced a myriad of supernatural phenomena: a vengeful poltergeist wreaking havoc in an old mansion, a malevolent spirit haunting a small rural community, and even encounters with ancient demonic entities that threatened to unleash chaos upon the world. The battles were hard-fought, demanding every ounce of their strength, but the society persisted, rooted in the belief that no darkness could extinguish the light of human resilience and compassion. Chapter 13: Shadows of the Past. Amidst their relentless pursuit of dispelling supernatural threats, the society encountered a series of incidents that bore an uncanny resemblance to the haunting that had plagued Emma's own haunted house years ago. Shadows whispered of an ancient malevolence that sought to regain its foothold, drawing strength from the fears and vulnerabilities of the living. Emma, now retired from active fieldwork, saw the signs and realized that the battle was far from over. The remnants of the curse that had once plagued her home had found a way to resurface, seeking new vessels and places to sow their seeds of darkness. With a heavy heart, Emma gathered a select group of seasoned agents and embarked on a personal quest, a journey back to her old haunted house. The very place where her story had begun held the answers they sought. Upon returning, they found the house cloaked in a haunting aura. The malevolent force had grown stronger, fueling itself on the energies of fear and despair. The agents, prepared for the worst, pushed forward, determined to confront the evil that had dared to resurface. As they delved deeper into the house, they discovered a hidden chamber, a chamber that held the remnants of the cursed relic, the artifact they had thought destroyed. It had somehow regenerated, drawing strength from the residual darkness that clung to the walls. Chapter 14: The Final Confrontation. Emma and her team realized that destroying the relic once again was not enough. They needed to sever the ancient ties that bound the curse to the house, breaking the cycle of malevolence once and for all. In their desperate quest for a solution, they stumbled upon an ancient scroll, a forgotten ritual passed down through generations. It held the key to banishing the darkness permanently. The ritual demanded great sacrifice, but the agents knew that this was their only chance to rid the world of the curse that haunted them. With solemn determination, Emma and her team prepared for the final confrontation. They encircled the relic, their voices raised in unison as they chanted the ancient incantation. The air crackled with energy, and the relic trembled, resisting its ultimate demise. With every ounce of their collective will, they poured their strength into the ritual, willing the darkness to disintegrate. The relic shattered into fragments, crumbling into dust, and as it did, a blinding light erupted, consuming the room. A powerful surge of energy radiated from the agents, intertwining their essences with the ancient incantation. The very fabric of reality seemed to quiver under the weight of their collective resolve. The darkness within the house fought fiercely, retaliating with desperate tendrils of malevolent energy. Shadows writhed and twisted, but the agents stood firm, refusing to yield. They had come too far to let the darkness triumph again. In a climactic surge of power, the agents unleashed their final assault, channeling their strength to obliterate the remnants of the curse. The darkness recoiled, its grip weakening with each passing moment, until finally, it dissipated, vanishing into the ether. As the light subsided, the house stood transformed, a beacon of tranquility and peace. The haunting had been extinguished, and the curse that had plagued the house for generations was finally broken. Exhausted but triumphant, the agents emerged from the house, breathing in the fresh air of victory. Emma, her heart filled with both relief and bittersweet nostalgia, looked back at the house one last time. It had been a place of pain and torment, but it had also been the catalyst for her journey, the source of her resilience and purpose. In the aftermath, the Harmony House Restoration Society continued its mission, expanding its efforts to cleanse and protect other haunted locations. They became a beacon of hope for those grappling with the supernatural, offering support, knowledge, and a steadfast resolve to keep the darkness at bay. As the years went by, Emma watched with pride as new generations of agents stepped forward, carrying on the legacy she had built. The society became an institution, known and respected for its expertise and dedication to fighting the forces of evil. Though Emma had retired from active fieldwork, her role as a mentor and guide remained vital. She shared her experiences, wisdom, and lessons learned with those who followed in her footsteps, nurturing the next generation of paranormal investigators and ensuring that her legacy would endure. And so, the story of Emma and the haunted house became a legend, a tale of resilience, courage, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. It served as a reminder that even in the face of the darkest shadows, there was always hope, always a flicker of light that could banish the deepest darkness. As the sun set on the horizon, casting a warm golden glow, Emma felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The haunted house that had once tormented her had been transformed into a symbol of triumph, a testament to the power of compassion, bravery, and the unyielding spirit of those who dared to confront the supernatural. And with that, Emma turned her gaze to the future, ready to embrace the unknown, knowing that her journey had only just begun. The legacy she had built would endure, a beacon of hope and protection for a world that would always be haunted by the shadows. With a final surge of determination, Emma and her team channeled their collective energy into the binding ceremony. Their voices rose in unison, the ancient incantations resonating through the chamber, intertwining with the swirling vortex of darkness. As the words reached their crescendo, a blinding light erupted from the center of the room, engulfing the wraith. Its spectral form writhed and convulsed, trapped within the confines of the binding spell. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and a profound silence settled upon the mansion. Emma approached the weakened spirit, her voice filled with empathy. She spoke of the pain and suffering the wraith had endured, the centuries of resentment that had fueled its rage. She offered understanding and the possibility of release, urging the spirit to let go of its vengeance and find peace. The wraith, its anger fading, gazed into Emma's eyes. It seemed to flicker, torn between its desire for revenge and the chance for redemption. Emma's sincerity and compassion touched a long-buried ember of humanity within the spirit, reigniting the spark of its forgotten self. With a final sigh, the wraith dissipated, its spectral form disintegrating into mist. The mansion echoed with a sigh of relief, the lingering darkness dissipating as if it had never been. The curse that had plagued the town for generations had been broken, and a newfound serenity settled upon the community. Chapter 18: Restoring Harmony. As the news of the town's liberation spread, a sense of joy and gratitude permeated the streets. The community, once shackled by fear and despair, basked in the light of newfound freedom. Emma and her team were hailed as heroes, their efforts celebrated as a testament to the power of resilience and compassion. In the aftermath of the binding ceremony, the Harmony House Restoration Society established a branch in the town, offering ongoing support and guidance to its inhabitants. They worked tirelessly to heal the wounds inflicted by years of torment, providing counseling, spiritual guidance, and assistance in rebuilding their lives. Emma, now revered as a beacon of hope, became an integral part of the town's recovery. She mentored a new generation of agents, passing on her knowledge and experiences. Together, they nurtured a community that had emerged from the darkness, instilling within its people a sense of strength and unity. Over time, the town flourished, its haunted past becoming a distant memory. The mansion that had once been a dwelling of torment was transformed into a place of healing, a sanctuary for those seeking solace and a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Chapter 19: A Continuing Journey. With each victory, Emma's resolve grew stronger. The battles she had fought and the lives she had touched fueled her determination to confront the supernatural wherever it reared its head. She embarked on new adventures, leading her team to various corners of the world, tirelessly seeking out those in need. the Harmony House Restoration Society expanded its reach, becoming a global force against the forces of darkness. Its members, trained by Emma and her trusted allies, became pillars of strength in the face of supernatural adversity. Yet, even as the society flourished, Emma could never truly escape the echoes of her own past. In the quiet moments, she would occasionally find herself reflecting on the haunted house that had set her on this path. Its legacy, intertwined with her own, would forever be a part of her. Chapter 20: A Legacy of Light. As the years passed, Emma's journey continued. She became a figurehead in the field of paranormal investigation, her name synonymous with courage and compassion. Her work inspired countless others to take up the mantle, forming their own societies and organizations dedicated to protecting the vulnerable and banishing the supernatural. Emma, in her twilight years, looked back on a life well lived. She had faced unimaginable terrors, but she had also witnessed the transformative power of resilience and love. The haunted house that had once been her greatest torment had become the catalyst for her purpose, her legacy. Surrounded by her loved ones and the agents she had mentored, Emma felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The world was still haunted by shadows, but she had played her part in bringing light to those dark corners. She knew that the fight against the supernatural would continue long after her time, but she had faith in the generations that would carry the torch forward. With a contented smile, Emma closed her eyes, embracing the peace that enveloped her. Her story, the story of the haunted house and the Harmony House Restoration Society, would forever be etched in the annals of supernatural lore. And though her physical presence would fade, her spirit would forever linger, guiding those who dared to confront the unknown. And so, the tale of Emma, the haunted house, and the legacy of the Harmony House Restoration Society drew to a close. But their impact would endure, a beacon of hope and protection in a world where the supernatural and the human intertwined, reminding all who heard their story that darkness could be conquered, and light would always prevail.